So the Philippines have really exposed the Koreans' weakness, and now that whole empire as a whole is looking like it's starting to crumble. Now, what are the Mongolians going to do? Because the Mongolians still have a massive force, and they could easily take over the remaining Korean cities. But first, let's go ahead and check in on the political map mode. So as I was saying, I mean, unit-wise, the Koreans are really, really low. Obviously, their numbers are mainly coming from off the coast here, just outside, just eastward of the Korean Peninsula. So, the AI thinks about that. They look at the numbers and they're like, I don't know. But in reality, if the Mongolians wanted to, they could just wipe out everything. Now, the Philippines have pretty much stopped their offensive move. They kind of ran out of units, to be honest. They don't have anything else left, which also makes me think that if the Indonesians wanted to, they could try to capitalize here. They've got themselves, wow, quite a massive air force. They could easily get a lot of stuff done with that air force, even with just a few melee units. And that size of an air force, oh my gosh, they can do some crazy stuff. Now, over the break, we did see Afghan fall. The Afghanistanis have been eliminated from the game, and by some miracle, Tibet was the one to take it over. Remember Tibet? Tibet only had one unit. They had a rifleman. No, it wasn't even a rifleman. It was a musketeer. Or a musketman, I'm sorry. And the Persians must have got it all the way down, and by some miracle, Tibet walked in with the one unit adjacent to the Afghan capital. So there you go. The Afghans have been eliminated from the game, and we still have a lot left to go, though. Quite a long time left to go. We're not even close. We still have about 140 turns at the very least. So we'll see. Also, I did notice through the political map mode, the Romans somehow got their settler through Mali territory. And they're bringing over 2, actually. So 1, 2. They must have got over borders. So we should see a lot more Roman colonies very soon. But anyways, let's go ahead and go to the next turn. I know people have been wanting to check out the political map mode. I think it looks really, really cool. And we'll check it out some more a little bit later. But anyways, England declared war in the Congo. Remember, the English have a city no, never mind. I was going to say somewhat close by, but no, not really. They're in the Caribbean. But yeah, no, there's nothing. I'd love to see some of these naval powerhouses go at it. I don't know what the Boer are doing. I'm surprised that the Boer, since the Ethiopians have really been preoccupied with both Greece and Rome, it's really given an opportunity for the Boer to kind of rebuild. So now, they might still fall to the Ethiopians, but, it would be a struggle. It would be a really big struggle. Has been captured by, they just took over this Greek city, the Medina. How did they take that over? Medina. Oh, you know what? I think it was it because of Assyria? Was it Assyria attacking from the north? Possibly. But again, this is where Ethiopia is going to face some issues, because Ethiopia has 0 navy. So whenever they have to face, I guess they don't have to, since luckily they did start off in the continent of Africa, obviously. So they could strictly stick to offensive land wars. They won't have to go across the seas if they don't want to. The problem is that the AI is a little bit dumb sometimes, so they might embark a unit accidentally, and if they go into the Mediterranean right now, they're going to get absolutely destroyed. There's way too many enemy forces out there with the Greeks and the Romans, who have built up quite large navies, quite a huge fleet in the Mediterranean. Both of those nations. It does also look like Portugal is gearing up for an attack for somebody in Africa. As you can see, they've got tons of riflemen inside of their colonies. It looks like they're more facing the Roman front, which would be pretty interesting. But at the same time, Porto is completely undefended by any sort of ships, so I would imagine a few of those frigates would probably take over this Portuguese city in Iberia, eastern Iberia. Anything else that's going on down here in the navies? Nothing really, but it does seem like Rome would be the first to settle South America. I know that Portugal's got a big navy. They're just out there they're out there exploring. We'll probably see someone from New Zealand at some point too. Someone probably show up in New Zealand. If it's not Mongolia, honestly, Mongolia has been doing some crazy settling down there, especially when it comes to Australia. So, like I said, I really want to see if we're gonna see. I want to know if Mongolia is gonna attack Korea. It doesn't seem like Mongolia is super powerful. They don't have like massive numbers. Don't get me wrong. They've got a pretty big army, but it's not massive. They could still take over Korea, but that makes me think that maybe Genghis Khan is not willing to do it because His numbers don't like they're not predominantly. I guess they're not dominant numbers. He's not putting up dominant numbers right now. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Neither is Russia. I don't even know what Russia's doing. Is Russia at... Oh, Russia's at war with Rome, aren't they? And then Poland gave them open borders, which means... Ooh, that's interesting. Rome is very lucky. Did they capture it back? Oh, that's right. Why didn't I consider that? So Medina might fall multiple times. Because Ethiopia's going to continue to send units at Ethiopia's going to continue to send units at Medina, and with the amount of frigates and privateers, they're going to constantly get that city back. So never mind. Alexander's going to hold on to Medina more than likely, eventually until Ethiopia loses a lot of units, which overall is a good thing for most of the other African nations. The Congo have time to build. Obviously, the Boer have built, and they have rebuilt. The Congo really need to build a lot more. This is not going to be enough. Okay, so they took it back, and that's fine. That will continue to exchange hands for a while now. So we'll have to just keep that in mind, that I need to read the text. I need to be more careful now because that will be exchanging hands, like I said multiple times. So the Russians are sending over some Cossacks. Luckily for Rome, they had a few units already located near Berlin. I believe they're also bringing in reinforcements. Look at that. Boom. So Rome just gave France open borders. Are those units going for Austria? That's what I'm wondering here. Could they be going for Austria? Possibly. Let's see, we have... yeah, but still, even if they were going for Austria, I mean, that's still going to be tough to get through. Byzantium and Assyria. Okay, good to know. We have Byzantium and England. Now, Byzantium still controls a city here, right? Yes, they have 2 cities left, I believe. I believe it's 2 cities. But that doesn't mean much. Oh, so is Persia and Tibet at war? No, they're just healing. Tibet has given open borders through Persia. I'm not 100% actually. Is that really? I thought I figured I would have realized that if Persia was at war with Tibet. But then again, remember a few videos ago, a lot of people declared war on Tibet just because simply they had like 0 cities. They had 1 city. So a lot of people wanted to try to capitalize on that. We've got Babylon and Sweden. I should say Sweden and Babylon, Sweden and Byzantium. Sweden trying to maybe make some efforts here to try... Ooh, Assyria, Babylon, but they're just too far away from each other. Nothing will happen there. Greece will not take back Medina this turn. Probably next, though. They still have another privateer, right? Yes, they do. I don't know why they're not utilizing more of their navy. Ooh, and we have the first Manhattan Project built by the Philippines. No big surprise there. We need to start keeping in mind that uranium is becoming a bigger and bigger factor in the campaign. And I will discover... I haven't discovered uranium, right? I don't think I've done the strategic resources just yet. So I haven't done oil, coal, or uranium. Usually I save that to the very end. We'll probably do that by turn like 400 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Because right now, I mean, the Philippines are way ahead in technology. And it's not... we're still quite a bit a ways before the first atomic bomb. So I'm not worried about it. Did Greece take it back yet? No, not yet. They will, potentially. And look at this, the Koreans trying again to take back their former city. They've got 2 well-placed artillery. They're not well-placed because they're 2 tiles away. They should be 3 tiles away. But still, they've got 2 artillery units. And actually, the Koreans are moving this turn. They will probably take it over because of that massive air force they have. Not massive, but it's a pretty good-sized air force. Now, will the Philippines be able to... Will the Philippines be able to kind of counter back and take back this Korean city? Remember, they've been struggling, and it doesn't even look like the Philippines have really rebuilt at all. It looks like they just have left things alone, whereas the Koreans have not. It seems like they are rebuilding. Ooh, their first battleship, it looks like. That's a pretty big moment. Yeah, the Koreans seem like they have been producing more and more units. Let's see if the Philippines can take this back. No, they can't. And this infantry unit is actually running away. Okay, so now we're in a little bit more of an interesting situation. Once again, the Philippines have this city cut off, which is obviously bad for them. Ooh, they got open borders through Japan. So this is going to be a way different scenario if they have open borders through Japan. Now they can reinforce the city if they need to. Thing is, though, these submarines are not going to help them with the land battles. All these submarines don't do anything. India, I think, still going after this city that Mongolia has. I'm just calling it the Sri Lankan city, even though technically it's not on the island of Sri Lanka. Let's see what... So, obviously, Greece took it back. Ethiopia is down to about 3 units, a cannon, and 2 of their unique units. And they have also an awesome air force. So, a lot of people really rebuilding those... and really utilizing the air force as well. I forgot how easy it becomes for AIs to take over cities when they have air force, like kind of air power capabilities. Still, let's see what France is trying to do. Still have no idea. Rome made efforts. I'm sorry, Russia made efforts attacking Rome, but nothing happened. Bam, let's go and check out their South American colony. Very nice. And here comes the second Roman settler. Do we see anything else in the Atlantic or Pacific Oceans? I want to kind of anticipate the next big colony here. So Rome is going to slowly catch up to India, it looks like. Portugal, I think, might be able to get the job done now. No, I mean, Songhai really has this city well defended with a Gatling gun, a frigate, and then obviously the city's bombardment itself. It's a very well defended city. England and Greece, okay. Everyone going after Greece, but I want to see if Austria is going to go after Greece. Boom, and Ethiopia has been stopped. There we go. There's a big one. The Ottomans in Greece. Okay, so finally the Ottomans start to do something. It's weird because the Ottomans got off to an okay start. I really thought this was going to be their game where they had a really successful sort of campaign. Well, I mean, they've had successful campaigns in the past. I'm pretty sure the first ever AI-only Europe I did, the Ottomans were pretty strong. But it's been a while since we've seen a strong Solomon. So we're going to have to watch them utilize Constantinople as a canal city. It's going to be tough. I mean, these are small tiles. There's only one tile. It's only one tile wide, which is obviously a problem. Boom, Ethiopia and Greece have pieced out. So Alexander has survived the Ethiopian attack. Now they've got to survive the Ottomans. And the Ottomans do have their Janissaries, as well as their Sepais. Yeah, we'll see. They really have got to utilize Constantinople here. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is it's probably going to weaken both of these nations. We might see Rome join in if Alexander really starts to lose enough units. Yeah, if Greece really starts to lose a lot, then Rome might decide, yeah, I'm done with Alexander. Kind of done with this guy. France moving down south in the Italian peninsula. Not sure why he's doing that at all. Is France at war with Greece? Maybe that's why. Maybe someone's going to go for their colony. I'm trying to constantly check in on if Songhai's going to lose this. Very close. Did they retreat okay, you got to get this admiral up in there. India's adopted freedom. We should probably double check on all the ideologies. Russia and Rome. Okay. So Augustus, that could have been bad. They tried to pull a fast one on you, Augustus. But Catherine was just not fast enough. They should have got it when that Ethiopian war was getting intense. That is when Russia should have got that open. Well, I mean, who knows? I know that it was all based on Poland's opinion of Russia. Once Poland's opinion was high enough of Catherine, then she was able to get open borders and then move to that territory. But it would have been good if she got that a little bit earlier during the height of the Roman-Ethiopian War. Let's see what's happening here. So the Greeks have somewhat backed up, which might be a smart move, actually, because they can now bombard from Athens and maybe Argos as well, eventually. So the Ottomans are pouring in. The units from the Black Sea are moving into the Eastern Mediterranean. The thing is, though, you've got, there's not that many ranged units. Once you destroy the Greek navy, then there's not much else Greece is going to be able to do. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see... I mean, I think the Ottomans are going to have some success here, destroying quite a bit of units. Either someone's going to declare war on Greece, I'm thinking Rome's going to declare war on Greece, or we're going to see someone like Assyria declare war on the Ottomans for Eastern Ottoman territory. Because I think that both are going to be... It's going to be a pretty bloody war for both sides here. So I think they're both going to lose quite a significant amount of units. Is Sweden going after Byzantium? I guess that's what it looks like. Let's see where that Roman settler is. Hey, where'd he go? Did he get captured? Oh, no, you want to be more towards Panama. Oh, is this going to be the canal city? There's no way. The AI always messes up canal cities. Songhai, ooh, and Songhai's going for another settler. Songhai also at war with Babylon and Mongolia. The Babylonian capital is somewhat close to the Mongolian city, just south of India, but obviously it's not going to have an impact. Sweden has adopted order. How's Tibet doing? Tibet, you liking your new city? You've been at one city for so long, and you finally got yourself a second city. Then it looks like... Okay, so the Philippines are continuing to bring more units. This machine gun is not going to be able to get the job done, as well as all these artillery and Air Force units are really helping Korea out to defend their territory. Yes, they are. Is someone at war with Tibet? Is the Mongolians at war? No, not the Mongolians, I don't think. Anybody going for Hawaii or New Zealand, Tasmania, Samoa? I mean, there's still a lot of open land. I'm actually shocked that some of these AIs aren't going for this stuff. Boom. Okay, so Songhai will lose this colony. They might even lose this settler too, as it goes out in the open, undefended. Oh yeah, you're gonna lose this like right now. Persia and Greece. All right, so they might take over Medina. Since Persia joined in, it's really showing us that yes, the Ottomans are doing quite a bit of damage. Songhai and Rome. So Rome just declared war on Songhai. Interesting move there. Not sure about how I feel about that. Russia's built a wonder. And it does seem like the Ottomans are somewhat pushing through Greek units. But that might be because they're retreating. It might be because they're retreating. I don't know. Songhai and Korea. We've got Babylon and Korea piecing out. I'm sorry, Babylon and Ethiopia piecing out. We've got Persia and Austria. There is the war that I was thinking of. Oh, wait. Those two nations don't. Why did they do that? Oh, because Ethiopia wants the city off the Horn of Africa. Wow, they're going to take that over in like a split second. And they got Poland to come help them out. So it looks like Ethiopia and Poland might be going through some sort of maybe declaration of friendship or something. Maybe they've got some sort of alliance that is formed. Okay, we've got Persia and the Philippines. Everyone declaring war on Persia. They've been pretty aggressive. The Boer, as well as the Boer declaring war on Songhai. They're not too close to each other. Did this settler get taken? Yes, he's gone. Okay, well, he wiped out. And now Portugal's on the board with a colony. And who else do we have? We've got Rome here. They are going to settle Canal City. Don't mess this up, AI. Do not mess this up. This is your opportunity, man. You could do this. I'm actually going to be very, very shocked if they settle that Canal City. Okay, so what's going on? Persia is making progress with Medina. They need to get this rifleman up a little bit closer. Let's see how the Ottomans do. So remember, they are attacking, and remember the unique ability that the Ottomans have with their navy. They have their privateers. They can pretty much steal away any naval unit, just like privateers can, except with any melee unit. I know they're using privateers right now, so it doesn't really mean much. But I'm just saying that, yeah. I guess that statement doesn't mean anything because they're using privateers right now, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying when they get ironclads or something, they can do that same ability of stealing away ships, which is why the Ottomans usually have a massive navy. All right, guys. I'm going to have to stop right there, though. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, they took that over really quick. Thank you so much for watching, and Persia and Assyria going at it. Oh, my gosh. I'll see you guys next time.